friends. This week's wellness pop up is coming to you from my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. Today's topic is called the new sexy diet for top employees. I know everybody wants to be a stellar employee, so why not make sure that we're eating the right things? Yeah, so here's a new sexy diet. It's going to keep you healthy, might even help you lose weight. Bottom line, we need the brain to be healthy. What is the sexy new diet? Well, it's two food groups: protein and fiber. Protein and fiber. Are you getting enough? Are you getting enough of those important food groups? With any type of diet, we need the right foods. We also need the right tools and we need the right time. And what I mean by that is intentional time. We need to be intentional with how we spend our time regarding this diet. So, new sexy diet means we need more protein and more fiber. Why? What does that even do for our body anyway? Well, I had to write down what this did because I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss anything. Let's talk about protein first. Protein is extremely important for our muscle growth and our repair. So if you work out, like I lifted some weights this morning, my muscles are burning. That's where protein is needed to repair so that you're ready for the next workout or just ready for your day. Okay, what else does protein do? Well, it helps in immune functions. Also, weight management because it keeps us fuller longer. Actually, protein and fiber both do that. They keep us fuller longer. So we're not eating junk or eating too much. Okay, protein also is an energy source and it's important for brain health. Oh my goodness, for our brain. Well, brain repair, that happens a lot when we sleep. Cognitive function, protein is all going to help with the memory and anything when we're thinking, even mood regulation. Mood regulation. So when you're getting grumpy, that's why we call it hangry. When we get grumpy, we need protein. Not sweets, not salt, not junk. We need protein. So here's a quick little story about my lesson with protein. Once in a while, I will get lightheaded when I'm working out. Even when I'm not working out, I might get lightheaded. And if it gets too much, I start to see black spots. I actually lose my peripheral vision. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened a few times. And it kind of freaks me out. Actually, I even went to the doctor because of this lightheadedness. But what it really is, lack of nutrition. It usually happens either during an intense workout or really early in the morning when I haven't eaten anything yet. I like to work out in the mornings and I don't like having stuff in my stomach when I work out. I just drink water before my workout. That'll do it. I need to get protein. Maybe it's just a protein drink in the morning. I need to get protein because I know as soon as I do, all of that goes away. Black spots go away, lightheadedness goes away. It's a nutrition thing. Get your protein. All right, let's talk fiber. I already mentioned that it's a weight management tool because it keeps us fuller. It also is critical in digestive health. So I kind of giggle because we don't need laxatives. We don't need medicines. We just need more fiber. We need more fiber in our diet. When you get more fiber, I guarantee your digestion is going to work as it should. Enough said, right? Fiber also regulates our blood sugar so that our blood levels, our blood sugar levels, they don't spike when we're eating a meal. So that's important, right? It supports heart health. It also actually reduces the risk of cancer. There's certain cancers that more fiber is going to help. And again, brain health. Brain health, so it's going to reduce inflammation. Again, it's a mood regulator. All of this is playing into the health of our bodies. This is what makes us a better employee. This is what makes us a better person. So how much? How much should we eat? How much protein? How much fiber? Well, there's some calculations out there that say you should take your weight and eat that amount of grams in protein every day. So for easy math, if you're 200 pounds, you should eat 200 grams of protein. Ah, have you ever eaten 200 grams of protein? Have you ever eaten 100 grams of protein? It's a lot. That's a lot of protein. Okay, let's talk about fiber. I think the FDA says that we should have about 25 grams of fiber a day, which if you don't eat a lot of fiber, that's a lot, right? But here's the goal that I have for you. I want you to eat 100 grams of protein every day and 50 grams of fiber. 100 grams of protein and 50 grams of fiber. Let's make it our goal. Now, chances are you may not be reaching these goals right now. Well, here's why we're in my kitchen. Let's talk about some cooking hacks so that we can get more protein and fiber into our meal. We need the right tools. If we're going to buy the right food, we need the right tools. So my first tool that I'm going to show you is my pressure cooker. You guys have a pressure cooker? Do you use it? If you don't, get yourself a good one. This is my pressure cooker. I should name it. I haven't named them yet. My pressure cooker is my best friend because every meal of the day is going to be prepared in the pressure cooker. So let's start with breakfast. My husband loves hard-boiled eggs. I put a dozen eggs in the pressure cooker with a cup of water because you always need a cup of liquid. 12 minutes of cooking time, but then I leave it in here for another 2 hours. So a pressure cooker is going to count down while it's cooking, and then it counts up once it's done. The reason I leave it in for 2 hours, it's still keeping it warm. So it's still kind of cooking at a warm temperature. And then after it's all done, I'll take it out and put the eggs in the carton and put the whole thing in the fridge. So that process of hot to cold, by the next morning, my husband has a whole bunch of eggs to choose from, and they are super easy to peel. That's the worst part of hard-boiled eggs, peeling them. Well, in the pressure cooker, the way they're made makes it easy to peel them. It makes it easy for my husband to have 6 grams of protein every morning. Each egg has 3 grams of protein. So it's easy. He's going to get 6 grams automatically because he loves to have 2 hard-boiled eggs every day. I don't like hard-boiled eggs. I like to cook my eggs, or I love homemade yogurt. Ugh, homemade yogurt. So I don't know if you'll be able to see. I make yogurt parfaits. I have some frozen fruit in the bottom of this dish and my homemade yogurt on top. Not sure how well you'll see my yogurt. I do put a little honey on top of this parfait before I stick them in the fridge. Yogurt in my pressure cooker. I put in a whole container of Fairlife whole milk. It's the red carton. And 1 little container of Chobani Greek plain yogurt. I whisk it up really well and I put it in my pressure cooker for 10 hours. It's a proofing setting. Actually, the pressure cooker I have has a yogurt setting. 10 hours. It just sits and cooks at a very low temperature. And then when it's done, I go ahead and I put it into my fridge overnight. And then the next morning I add a little vanilla and it's ready to eat. It's ready to go. Oh, yogurt parfaits, love it. But also at night, I make little yogurt. I don't even know what to call them. I need to label that as well. So I put yogurt in a little dish. I put peanut butter on top with some melted dark chocolate. And I put it in the freezer for, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. It's my nice little treat. It's not ice cream. It's healthier. It's yogurt. It's protein. Lots of protein. Okay, so that's my breakfast, right? Now let's move on to lunch. Now I'm using my pressure cooker to make my chicken and quinoa. Are you a quinoa lover? 1 cup of quinoa with water. I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes and it's ready to go. I make a whole bunch. I make a whole bunch of quinoa. I make a whole bunch of chicken. And then I just have it for multiple meals. Chicken, by the way, has 25 grams of protein. 1 chicken breast can be up to 25 grams of protein. Hello, by the way, quinoa is a double dipper. Quinoa is a double dipper. So I got to use my little cheat sheet. Quinoa is going to be 8 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. There's a few double dippers in the world. Broccoli is a double dipper. Yeah, you get about 4.5 grams, maybe not, 2.5 grams of protein and fiber. Chickpeas or garbanzo beans, that is a double dipper as well. 15 grams of protein versus 24.5 grams of fiber. And then, oatmeal. Oatmeal as well. Oatmeal gives you about 6 grams of protein and about 4 grams of fiber. This is going to be easy to reach our 100-gram protein goal and our 50-gram fiber goal when we're eating the right foods. Okay, so what else? What else is protein? Well, we've got mixed nuts, lean beef, peanut butter. Okay, I gotta show you. By the way, that's what my handy dandy blender is for. You guys got a blender? Mine's a cooking blender, but you don't need it to be cooking to make your own peanut butter. Peanut butter. So take a look at this. It's my own peanut butter. It's 3 cups of peanuts. It smells so amazing. 3 cups of peanuts on the grind cycle, and I've got peanut butter. No sugar, no preservatives. But remember how we need the right tool, the right food, and the right time? You got to work ahead, right? You got to prep for your food. You got to be ready to kind of make in bulk a little bit and prepare your meals for the upcoming days. Maybe Sunday is the day that you're prepping your food. Think about all the vegetables, the radishes, the carrots, the celery. Cut them all up, put them in a bin so they're easy to grab. Vegetables are high in fiber. So are berries. So I love berries all time of year, but they're at their best when they're truly, in season. So we live near an organic blueberry farm. So this summer we bought like $100 worth of blueberries. We washed them, spun them dry, and packaged them in little Ziploc containers. So every week I take another container out of the freezer and I separate them into these little half cup containers. These go in the freezer too. So now all the blueberries are in the freezer and easy to grab. By the way, blueberries are brain berries. They are so good for your brain. So good. Every day, at least a half a cup of blueberries. Okay, the whole idea of freezing my berries, I do it with strawberries as well. I also do it with bananas. So when your bananas are way too ripe, they're overly ripe, peel them, put them into a zip bag, and shove it in the freezer. Perfect for oatmeal. I use it for my porridge in the morning. I also use it for banana bread. I guess there's a little fiber in it, maybe. We need a little treat once in a while. Okay, so what else? What other foods do we have here? I'm just looking around at my countertop. Oh, here's another double dipper. Chia seeds. Chia seeds. Now, chia seeds when they get wet or when you soak them in some kind of liquid, they grow. They can kind of get caught in your teeth, so you definitely have to check your teeth after you eat anything with chia seeds. I put them in my yogurt all the time. Listen to this. Chia seeds has 4.7 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. They're so important to our diet. Now, I mentioned earlier that I drink my protein shakes once in a while. Protein shakes, they're an option. They're definitely an option. They're meant to be more of a supplement, okay, not meal replacement. I add my protein shakes quite a bit to my yogurt parfaits, okay? I also will just drink them with water or almond milk. Anytime you're going to drink your protein, it's going to get into your blood system faster. So, especially at a workout, like I'm not one to eat food in the morning. So at 5:30 when I'm driving to the gym, I'm going to drink my protein shake. Whatever protein shakes you choose, make sure they are whey protein and not soy protein. Whey, WHEY, is better for our bodies. So make sure you're looking for that. Now, other things that have fiber in it. A good brand cereal. A good brand cereal is full of fiber. So here, I'm just looking at the side and I can't find my number. Oh, there it is. 17 grams of fiber. That's awesome. That's awesome. If you're not one for eating your vegetables, if you're not one for getting a lot of protein, maybe you can give it that way. Just make sure that when you add your milk to the cereal bowl that you don't also add sugar. Yeah, I've added sugar in the past. Okay, so here's a little idea that I have for you, or here's a menu option that I have for you. In the morning, have a yogurt parfait, add some chia seeds, some berries, have a little cottage cheese with it because cottage cheese has 25 grams of protein. Then for lunch, get some quinoa cooking in your pressure cooker with some chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken legs, doesn't matter. It's all full of magnificent protein. Maybe some apple with your peanut butter in the afternoon for a snack or even part of your lunch. Mix nuts for a snack. And then at the end of the day, have some fish. Some salmon would be wonderful source of protein. And then create some roasted vegetables. Here's what you do. You cut up your mushrooms, broccoli, carrots, sweet potatoes, and you lay it out on a sheet pan. Then you want to take avocado oil, not olive oil. Olive oil, when it gets hot, when it gets above a high temperature, it goes toxic. So you want avocado oil. Drizzle it all over your veggies and then salt and pepper it. Put it in the oven at 425 degrees for about 18 to 23 minutes. They're going to be super delicious, crispy. They're going to be wonderful to eat hot or even cold. So you're adding that to your salmon. Maybe you're also going to have some carrots dipped in homemade salsa. That menu right there is going to be about 108 grams of protein and 45 grams of fiber. Now, didn't that menu sound delicious? Didn't that sound wonderful? We can do this, my friends. We can do this. We can eat our berries. We can eat our vegetables. We can eat our protein, whether it's peanut butter or fish or tofu or different lean meats. We can eat the right food to equip our body with the right amount of protein and fiber to keep our bodies healthy. Because if we're not healthy, we're not a good employee. Because we're sick, because we're not at work, because we're not using our best brain. When we're not healthy, we're no good to our company. We're no good to our organization. So, real quick, I have a few things that I want to share with you. I have an opportunity to figure out how much protein and fiber you currently have in your diet. And that's by downloading the MyFitnessPal app. It's a free app. You can also pay for it, but really all you need is the free piece of it. Start tracking the food you're currently eating just to get an idea of how much protein and fiber do you already get from your current habits. And from there, add more protein and fiber. I also have for you this QR code. Go ahead, take a picture of it and download. You're going to download that cheat sheet that I was using earlier that lists some protein and fiber foods and the different levels or different grams that each one has. And I'm giving you that menu that I just shared with you. If you need to start somewhere, start with this menu. And I guarantee you're going to get over 100 grams of protein and really close to that 50 grams of fiber. My friends, remember, nobody cares about us as much as we do. We got to keep our bodies healthy. We got to choose the right foods. Don't buy the junk. Increase the protein and the fiber in our diet so that we are healthy employees. Take the challenge and let me know how it goes for you. See you next time.